Hello everybody, welcome into Rock Painting 101. Mini disclaimer, I think they're doing some construction on my streets. If you hear some loud racket in the background, that's all it is. I've got two mini rocks here today. We're gonna do the same design on both, but I thought I'd toggle between the two to help with dry time. This is a fun, simple little rock that you can do this holiday season to bring some Christmas cheer around. And we're just gonna dive right in. I'm gonna start by creating an oval shape on my rock. You can kind of play with the shape a little bit based on the size of your rock. We're just gonna fill it in red. And you wanna leave a little bit of space along the bottom, just a little. So we've got a red oval on that one. And I should have done my dark one first because I might need a second coat on the darker one. We'll see how it takes. We'll go on here just like that. Get it filled in. I feel like you can see your streak marks on the dark rocks sometimes a little bit more. So we'll have to do 2 coats on that one. And of course, if you don't have pens, this is definitely something, grab your brushes and do with paint as well. All right, so we've got our 2 little ovals there. And even with doing 2 of them, I might have to wait a little bit. They dry fast, but not that fast. I still haven't invested in the little mini fan to keep on my side here. So we gotta let that red dry. While that's going, I will do a quick outline here along our edge. There we go. So you can hear that jackhammer going in the background. There we go. We'll let that dry. I can still see a couple little wet spots there. While that's drying, I'm going to take my white, make sure it's white. My little ones play with my pens sometimes, so I always doodle on the side to make sure I don't have a funny second color on there. We're gonna go along the bottom side where we left that space of our spot. Be careful not to pull in any of that black if you draw your outline like that. And I'm just gonna kind of do a little fluffy kind of swirls on here, just along the edge there, just like that. And we can touch up our black line later. Just don't want to pull any of that black in. Just like that. Okay, and that's almost dry. This is looking okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do a second coat over here on this one because I want to work on both of these. Now, when you're doing a second coat, if you don't wait very long like I did, use a really light hand with your paint, whether it's a brush or a pen, so you can try not to disturb that paint underneath. There we go. All right. And we're gonna go back and work on this one. So the first thing we're going to add on here is our buckle. So I've got gold. If you do not have gold, you can use yellow or any color that you want for the buckle here. So right about the center, we are gonna make kind of a backwards square-edged letter C is the best way that I can describe it. Just like that. You see that okay? I'm gonna let that dry. This one's still a little bit damp, but I'm gonna go ahead. Let's do the white first this time. I probably should have done white before my black outline. Just be careful. You don't want to get a pink color in here. So just, since you know you're going to black outline, just get it pretty close. Snug it up there without actually touching your red. Okay. And then we're going to go in with our black. We're going to add in our belt here. Now the belt's going to be slightly more narrow than the edge of the buckle because it would have to be able to fit in the buckle, right? So we're going to go just a smidge below. And we'll kind of curve up at the very edge just to kind of help give it that round feeling. Same thing on the other side, like so. And then we're gonna get right in on that edge, but I'm gonna be very careful. Oh, see, and I pulled a little bit of that gold. The gold's not quite dry, so I'll fill in the rest of the belt here. I do have a larger pen, but I'll just use this one since I have it open. Fill in the rest here. There we go. We're gonna let that dry here. I'll fill in the kind of center, but I'm not gonna get really close to the edge yet. And I gotta let that spot dry that I messed up over there. And you know what? This still needs just a tad bit more red. I can still see some streaks. I'm not a big fan of seeing the streaks, so I'm gonna go over this one more time. There we go. That's better. I'll let that dry. While that's drying, I can do my outline because I didn't go all the way to the edges. So I'll start down here. And then on the bottom of the white, I kind of like to do a couple little indents, little curls, just to kind of give it that fluff look. See there? Okay. And then we'll go around his belly here. There we go, just like that. We'll switch back here, we'll do the bottom. I'm gonna touch up where I did have that white run into my line a couple places. There we go, and then we'll kind of come here and do our bottom here. There we go. Just like that, now we can fill in the rest. This looks pretty dry. Then we gotta let that black dry so that we can do the little piece of the buckle that goes through the hole on that one. We gotta let that black get nice and dry before we do that. We don't want to pull the black into the gold. But other than that, he's almost done. So let's go ahead and do our buckle on this one. Again, it's just a backwards square edged letter C, and my gold seems a little bit runny. I should have probably shook it up a bit more. Then we'll go and do our belt here, curve up the edge just that little bit. This helps give him that nice round shape. Same thing on the other side. And these are just super cute. These would be fun to have around your house as decoration too, as well as hiding them. I've done a lot of tic-tac-toes in the past. I pulled up some red on that. I've done tic-tac-toe sets in the past. You could do Santa bellies and snowmen in the tic-tac-toes. I gotta let that red dry just a smidge more. It's getting mad at me because I'm pulling it up a little bit, so disturbing it too much. The black seems a little bit dry there too. There we go. Here we are. So we got our fun little Santa bellies. They're fun for the holidays. See these on a lot of Christmas mugs and stuff like that. All right, we're gonna let that gold dry in there a little bit before we get too close. And the last little touch here is you've got to have the little part that goes through the button loop. So just a little tiny line like that. And you're good to go. We'll let that dry. So this one will dry up, and then I'll show a picture at the end of both of them together, nice and dry and finished. So I hope you give this fun, simple little rock a try and bring somebody a little jolly feeling for the holiday. If you make these rocks, come back and share them in the comments. I love to see them. You guys have a wonderful day now. Bye-bye.